is one of the most important needs for any person. It's the document that opens all doors for a citizen, allowing them to study, get married, work, or even travel from one country to another. Especially since the world we live in today is a world of documents and official papers. You need to have documents that prove who you are in order to do anything in your life. This raises an important question. Could there be people who don't have nationality and don't belong to any country? If such people really exist, how do they manage in their daily lives? How do they access the basic services they need? And more importantly, how can they travel from one country to another without having an ID or a passport? Welcome, I am Amr Abdeen. But before we start, if you are new to the channel, don't forget to subscribe and activate the bell so you can receive our videos first. Identity was tied to tribe, land. Nationality evolved with states, acquired by birth, parentage, marriage, residency, proving belonging to a country. 4 million are stateless, likely more. Stateless exist worldwide, unrecognized by any country. Who are they? How did their story begin? And why are they without nationality? It shows a person belongs to a country, granting them citizen privileges. Citizens have rights and duties. About 4 million people are stateless. Stateless people are worldwide, unrecognized by any country. Many reasons cause statelessness. In the 1920s, the Soviet Union issued a unified passport. Stateless individuals emerged due to the breakup of large countries, like the Soviet Union. In the 1920s, the Soviet Union issued a unified passport. By 1991, the Soviet Union split into 15 countries, each with new nationality laws. For instance, Estonia and Latvia required proof of residency before 1940. The Soviet person could move between Ukraine, Kazakhstan, Russia, and other Union countries, and many moved jobs and homes between countries. But in 1991, the Soviet Union split into 15 countries. New nationality laws emerged. Estonia and Latvia only granted nationality to those proving residency before 1940. Language tests were required. Failing meant no nationality. Unions like Czechoslovakia and Yugoslavia broke apart. Borders redrawn. These factors led to statelessness. Wars and conflicts also cause loss of nationality, leading to refugees. Fleeing in panic, people may leave documents behind. They often can't confirm or obtain nationality. Thus, they become stateless. Changes in countries like Czechoslovakia and Yugoslavia, or border redrawing, contributed to statelessness. Wars and conflicts also cause people to lose nationality, leading to refugees. Fleeing in panic, they might leave behind identity documents. Sometimes, they can't confirm their nationality or obtain a new one where they settle, becoming stateless. Discrimination against certain groups also causes this issue. In Myanmar, a Buddhist-majority country, the 1982 decision revoked the Rohingya Muslims' nationality, causing about 1 million to flee to Bangladesh, becoming stateless. Similar issues occur with the Kurds. Unfortunately, sometimes they are unable to confirm their belonging to a certain nationality, and they are not even able to obtain a new nationality in the place where they settled, and at that point, the person becomes stateless. The same issue also occurs with discrimination against certain population groups or ethnic or religious affiliations. In Myanmar, which is located in Southeast Asia, the majority of the population is Buddhist. In 1982, they issued a decision to revoke the nationality of the Rohingya community, most of whom are Muslims. Since then, about 1 million Balton people have fled from Myanmar to Bangladesh and have become stateless. The same problem occurs with different details among the Kurds. Over 70% of stateless people are minorities, often lacking nationality or ID. Statelessness occurs when women can't pass nationality to children. If the father is absent, they remain unrecognized. No education, healthcare, or legal recognition. They can't own property, vote, or work. Another factor that can contribute to the emergence of stateless individuals is that some countries, for example, prevent women from granting nationality to their children. So, in cases where the father is absent or missing for any reason, the child born in that situation becomes stateless. This means a child could be born in a certain country and live there their whole life, yet that country does not recognize them as a citizen. All the situations we've talked about lead to a lack of nationality, and at that point, a person is deprived of the basic rights that everyone needs. There are no schools or universities that accept them for education, no hospitals that will take them in, and they can't even register the names of their newborn children. They can't prove their marriages or deaths. They can't own a house or a car. they can't open a bank account, they have no right to vote in elections, and there are no offices or companies that will hire them. In fact, in most countries, they can't even buy a mobile SIM card. And of course, the biggest dilemma is that they can't travel at all right now. To travel from one country to another, you need a passport that proves your identity, and then you apply for a visa for the country you want to go to, meeting all the requirements. You might even have to go for an interview at the embassy if necessary, and then you go book your flight and travel. The passport is crucial as it's needed at the embassy for a visa and checked at the airport. It proves your identity and allows free movement in the country you're visiting. Stateless individuals lack an ID and passport, preventing them from entering embassies or airports. They risk arrest near borders and remain trapped where they were born or lost nationality. Many resort to illegal travel, which is dangerous. An international convention was established in 1954, with 98 countries signing. Stateless individuals lack ID, blocking embassy and airport access, near borders, risk arrest, trapped in birthplace or lost nationality, unable to leave. Many resort to dangerous illegal travel. A 1954 convention, effective 1960, signed by 98 countries, nearly half the world. 1951 Refugee Convention aided post-World War II displaced. Countries like Australia, Brazil, Austria, Italy, Greece, UK, Congo, Senegal, Algeria, Tunisia must issue travel documents. But of course, this issue is extremely dangerous and causes a lot of problems. To address the issue of statelessness, in April 1954, an international convention was established, which came into effect in 1960. To this day, 98 countries have signed this convention, which is almost half of the countries in the world. Before that, in July 1951, there was another convention known as the Refugee Convention. The purpose of these agreements was to assist individuals who were displaced from their countries after World War II. According to these agreements, if a stateless person is in a country that has signed the 1954 convention, such as Australia, Brazil, Austria, Italy, Greece, the United Kingdom, Congo, Senegal, and some Arab countries like Algeria, Tunisia, and Libya, that country is obligated to issue the stateless person a document called a travel document. Whether they are in the country legally or even illegally, this travel document is like a passport. It contains their photo, name, and all their details, but it states that the person holding this document does not belong to the nationality of the country. They are only allowed to travel and enter different airports with the document they have, and the nationality field in this document is left blank. If this stateless person is in a country that has not signed the agreement, then his fate is related to the internal laws of the country, and they are the ones who decide whether to issue him a travel document or not. Until now, the United Nations and the Refugee Affairs Foundation are trying to eliminate the phenomenon of statelessness and are trying to guarantee that stateless people find education, healthcare, employment, and other rights, whether by convincing countries that haven't joined the convention to sign up, or at least influencing some countries to amend their internal laws that ultimately lead to statelessness. In fact, since 2008 until now, the number of people without nationality has decreased from 6.5 million to 4.4 million. According to official statistics. But as we said, the numbers are likely higher than that. In the end, we hope that anyone who has been deprived of the right to nationality for any reason gets the chance to live with dignity and enjoy their basic rights without being marginalized. And don't forget to pray for your brothers and sisters. We ask God to relieve their suffering. That's it for today. Who made it this far? For everyone who did, you are the best. Please give us a like before you leave, so we know how many of you reached the end. And if you have any questions that come to mind in the middle of the night, feel free to write them down for us. Hello.